Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Ohio State versus New Orleans college basketball matchup on Thursday, December 21st, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day at Pickdawgz, but if you're looking for the best bets, we have those under the Premium Picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are two products that are not available on the website, only available by texting the number that you see on the screen, meant for people who make big bets. So if that's you, go ahead and text. But let's get to this one. We've got Ohio State taking on New Orleans. And yeah, this one is a mismatch on paper, more than likely going to be a mismatch on the court. And that's why, well, college basketball is a point spread sport. And that's what kind of makes it what it is. And, that's why you could take a game like this, which certainly is going to be a blowout, and figure out just, well, does the blowout land you on one side or the other? Ohio State 9-2 on the season, 6-1 straight up at home, but just 2-5 against the number in Columbus, while New Orleans 5-6 on the season, 1-5 on the road, but 4-2 against the number. So generally, New Orleans is seen as a doormat. They are not a good team this year, up against an Ohio State team that actually is pretty good this year. And I've been super critical of the Buckeyes, especially under Holtman over the years. But we've seen them do some pretty good things this year, and we'll talk about that in just a second. When we look at New Orleans and, how they got to this record, well, they haven't really done much. Winning last game was an unlined game. Their other last win before that was against Belhaven. That was an unlined game. They did beat Central Arkansas, so that's one of their wins, and the other one was, of course, was an unlined game. So they've played against other big boy teams: Loyola Chicago, Oklahoma State, Minnesota, San Jose State, San Francisco. But they covered against San Francisco, getting 20.5. They covered getting just 8.5 against San Jose State. Against Minnesota, they did not cover 97. 64. It's 12.5 point dogs in that one. So, it's been mixed results for this New Orleans team, but to be honest, from a high level, I'm surprised they could even, hang at that kind of, that close with some of these schools, because really they have been pretty terrible. Ohio State has that early season loss to Texas A&M. They bounced back with a lot of big wins, crushing Alabama, who, in hindsight, probably not as big of a win as it looked like at the time. And then, beating Santa Clara pretty strongly, and beating Minnesota at home, but not covering the spread in that thing. Then didn't cover the spread against Miami of Ohio, then lost outright against Penn State, 83-80. That was at Penn State as a 5-point favorite, and then beat UCLA last time out as a 2-point favorite. I think the Buckeyes are, have had a lot of potential for a long time. They're definitely a young team, and they're still putting it together. But I think, for Holtman, that probably is the blessing for him, because what he's done with a team with more experience and higher expectations is absolutely nothing. And I think this year, with maybe a little bit of the expectations lower, even though the seat is probably warm, I just think Ohio State might be a lot better than people think. We saw it at the end of the season last year in the Big Ten tournament. I think we're going to see it here. I like Ohio State big, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.